You were never meant to walk blindly through this world, Chosen One. Every shadow you've endured, every detour that delayed your steps, it was never random. Tonight, heaven shifts. The light you've been waiting for is not coming from a candle flickering in the distance. It is a beam from my throne, illuminating everything ahead. You have been groping in the dark, wondering if you missed it, questioning if you lost me in the confusion. But you didn't lose me. I was hiding the path until it was time, and now the time has come. I am not merely guiding your journey, I am commanding the terrain beneath your feet to respond to my voice. The ground will obey what I've declared over you. There is a reason the warfare increased when it did. It was never about punishment, it was protection. The enemy saw what was forming in the unseen, what I had set apart just for you, and he panicked. That resistance was a signal, not a rejection. Every delay, every closed door, every no, it was me redirecting, not denying. I did not abandon you in the silence. I was preserving you. Tonight, I unveil what I've concealed. What you thought was still far off is suddenly right in front of you. You won't have to beg for what's already been appointed. You're about to see how I light the path for those I've called. This is not the season of confusion, Chosen One. It's the season of confirmation. I am not sending vague signs and subtle hints. I'm giving undeniable clarity. You'll know it when it comes because it won't look like uncertainty. It will look like me. The people you couldn't read, the places you couldn't settle in, the plans that always fell through. It was all me saying, not here, not yet. But now I'm saying, move. You'll feel the peace that confirms. You'll sense the boldness that doesn't come from striving. And the moment you obey, the way will open. I'm not asking you to gamble. I'm commanding you to trust. Don't second-guess the glow I've placed on you. Don't shrink under the weight of unworthiness. That heaviness you've carried was never yours to wear. I've clothed you in purpose. I've marked your steps with fire. Even when you felt invisible, heaven was spotlighting your name. You thought you were walking in circles, but you were circling Jericho, and now the walls are trembling. I have not forgotten one prayer, one tear, or one moment you held on by a thread. That thread was me. I don't rescue my chosen ones halfway. I light the entire path, start to finish, and I walk it with you. I am the beginning, the breakthrough, and the destination. When I light a path, I don't just show you where to go, I reveal who you are while walking it. You are not the same person who began this journey. The doubt is thinning, the fear is evaporating, the false narratives are dying off. You are beginning to recognize the version of you I always knew. The version that walks with authority, not anxiety. The one who doesn't need approval to be bold. The one who doesn't fear the dark because you carry the flame. Chosen One, tonight you are becoming. Becoming the one who doesn't wonder if they're on the path, because they know the path is responding to them. I'm not just lighting the next step, I'm revealing the destination. What was blurry is coming into sharp focus. You're going to recognize divine setups before they even fully appear. Conversations will confirm. Encounters will align. What used to feel coincidental will now scream, God did this. I'm not just moving in whispers, I'm roaring over your life. I've shaken everything that could be shaken to prove one thing. What remains is unshakable. You. You are still standing, still chosen, still appointed for this exact moment in time. Tonight, the fog lifts. Do not minimize the moment you're in. It's not emotional hype, it's divine activation. You feel it because your spirit is awake. The numbness is gone. The weariness is breaking. You're not just recovering, you're rising. I did not allow all that pressure to crush you. I allowed it to form the clarity that now burns in your bones. You're seeing clearer because you've been refined deeper. Heaven didn't miss its timing. You've just been brought into alignment. And now, with one decision, you'll walk into the very thing you were born to carry. Let the path light up, Chosen One. Let every false detour dissolve under my command. You are not behind, you are precisely positioned. I do not misplace my warriors. I plant them. And where I plant, I cause to flourish. You are stepping into illuminated territory, a realm where decisions are no longer clouded by fear, but inspired by vision. You're going to walk into rooms that were once shut, speak what you once silenced, and claim what you once questioned. This is the power of walking with a God who lights the path himself. And tonight, the light is on. You've asked me for signs, Chosen One, and I've answered with strategy. No more waiting for permission when I've already given you a command. You are not confused. You've just been conditioned to doubt what you discern. But tonight, I silence every competing voice that tried to dim your knowing. You hear me, you feel me, and now you're going to follow me with a certainty that doesn't flinch. I'm not in the chaos or the noise. I'm in the clarity that arrests your spirit. And from this moment on, every step you take will confirm what heaven has already made clear. This clarity won't come wrapped in comfort. It will demand decisions that stretch your obedience. But don't mistake difficulty for delay. I've released acceleration over your life, and things that once took years will happen in weeks. The people who once ignored you will suddenly be drawn to your presence, but not because of you, because of me in you. You will walk into spaces you didn't qualify for and shift atmospheres just by standing in them. I'm putting weight on your words, fire on your steps, and glory on your presence. This is not the result of striving. This is what happens when I light the path. You're not starting from scratch. You're starting from sacred. You've already been equipped in secret, and now I'm calling you forward. Stop trying to be ready by the world's standard. You're already positioned by heaven's decree. The reason doors closed was not rejection, it was redirection. The right doors are not just opening, they're recognizing you. This next move doesn't require convincing anyone. It requires obeying me, and I don't need consensus to bless you. I only need your yes. There will be moments when the light feels too bright, when the path seems to demand more than you expected. In those moments, lean into me, not away from me. You are not being punished, you're being positioned. Every stretch is proof of my hand on you. You don't need to see the whole map when you trust the one who wrote it. The path will not make sense to the logical mind because it wasn't made for logic, it was made for alignment. And you, Chosen One, are aligning in real time. Watch how fast the shift happens once you stop hesitating. Let's lock this in. Tap the like button right now. Subscribe so you don't miss what's coming next. Comment 55 below. That's the number of covenant, new beginnings, and divine alignment. The path is not leading you to safety. It's leading you to significance. I didn't light this road so you could arrive comfortably. I lit it so you could walk courageously. Your obedience is about more than just your life. It's connected to destinies you can't see yet. Every time you say yes, a ripple moves through the spirit realm. Generational chains break. Silent prayers get answered. Doors swing open for people watching you from afar. You are a key. And that's why the enemy tried to keep you questioning yourself. But the questions end here. Tonight, you decide. There is no turning back now. You've seen too much, felt too much, known too much to go back to shrinking. This path will demand boldness but not recklessness. You'll move with divine timing and supernatural precision. You'll know when to speak, when to step, when to wait, and when to war. I've trained your ears to hear what others ignore. I've sharpened your sight to see what others dismiss. What once overwhelmed you now fuels you. The path is not unfamiliar anymore. It's becoming your home. I'm giving you eyes to see beneath the surface. Distractions will lose their grip. Manipulations will fall flat. False alignments will be exposed before they can latch on. You won't waste time explaining anymore. I didn't light this path so you could defend your direction. I lit it so you could walk it with authority. Let others speculate. Let them doubt. You just keep moving. Because as you walk, what's yours will start walking toward you. It's not chasing, it's alignment. You are not stepping into the future, you're stepping into fulfillment. This is what you prayed for, not just clarity, but confirmation. Not just guidance, but glory. You're going to look back on this moment and realize it was never about figuring it out. It was about following me, even in the dark, until the light came on. And now that it has, the only thing left to do is walk. You are my chosen one. And tonight, heaven lights your path. You've wondered why others couldn't see what you were carrying. It's because I didn't reveal it to them, I revealed it to you. You weren't being overlooked, you were being hidden. I shielded your promise from premature exposure, not to withhold glory, but to preserve purpose. What I've planted in you is not seasonal, it's eternal. That's why it didn't die in the drought. That's why it withstood every storm. You are not behind. You are emerging on time, fully formed in faith, fully armed in truth, and fully wrapped in my favor. Chosen one, I have watched you walk with wounds others never saw. I heard the cries you didn't post. I saw the loyalty you gave without recognition. And now I answer. I'm not blessing you because of performance, I'm elevating you because of posture. While others performed for platforms, you stayed low in my presence. While they sought applause, you sought alignment. And now the unseen obedience is producing undeniable reward. You're about to walk into harvests you didn't have strength to sow. This is my doing. Do not underestimate how I will make up for the time you thought was lost. You've carried shame like a weight, convinced that delays meant disapproval. But I was never disappointed in you. I was refining you. I was deepening your roots so the fruit wouldn't rot under pressure. The longer the root, the stronger the rise. What looked like delay was divine depth. And now that you've withstood the process, I am releasing the promise. You are not stepping into favor. You're stepping into what's been finished. I'm going to confirm you in front of the very people who questioned you, not to embarrass them, but to establish you. Because my hand on your life was never a debate, it was a decree. I don't need votes to crown a king. I don't need approval to anoint a prophet. You are what I say you are. And now I'm showing them what I showed you in the secret place. The shift will not be subtle. The glow will not be small. You're going to stand out because I've called you out. I'm not lighting the path so you can tiptoe. I'm lighting it so you can take over. You were not created to blend in or merely exist. You were created to lead, to break chains, to dismantle lies and establish truth. You don't need a platform to be powerful. Your presence is prophetic. Your footsteps are disruptive to darkness. When you walk in alignment, hell takes notice. You are my weapon in the earth, not because of your strength, but because of your surrender. And yes, the warfare has been intense, because your influence in the spirit is increasing. Every attack was confirmation. The pressure wasn't punishment, it was prophecy. The fact that you're still standing is proof that you're built for this. Heaven has invested too much in you to let you fold now. I am reinforcing your spirit with fresh fire. Your prayers are no longer survival, they're strategy. You're not asking to be spared, you're asking to be sent. And I will send you. I'm surrounding you with people who won't compete with your calling. They won't tolerate your anointing, they will honor it. No more environments that force you to shrink. No more conversations that dilute your discernment. I'm sending alliances, not just acquaintances. The right people will recognize you, not by flesh but by spirit. And when they see you, they'll see me. Because the light I'm putting on your path is also the light that's glowing through you, and those meant to walk with you will find you by that glow. So walk, chosen one, not with hesitation but with holy confidence. What's coming doesn't depend on your credentials, it depends on your covenant. And the covenant is active. The promises are live, the path is clear, and your steps are ordered. You don't need more signs. You don't need more proof. Heaven has spoken. And now the earth will respond to every move you make in faith. There's a reason you feel the atmosphere shifting, because I'm shifting you into position. This isn't a coincidence, and it's not a feeling you should dismiss. The discomfort, the stirring, the urgency in your spirit, those are not emotional spikes. Those are spiritual indicators. I'm alerting you because the timing has aligned. You're not sensing change. You're being called to initiate it. This path I've lit was not for comfort, it was for conquest. And you, chosen one, are not just walking it. You're claiming territory with every step you take. You have no idea how many prayers I'm answering through your obedience. People you've never met will receive breakthrough because you moved when I told you to. This is not small. This is not safe. This is supernatural alignment at full force. When you move now, you're moving heaven with you. This is why the warfare intensified before the clarity came. It was the enemy's last attempt to keep you stagnant. But he underestimated your endurance. And now with the light I've placed before you, nothing can stop what I've set in motion. I'm erasing the fear of failure from your DNA. I'm removing the residue of disappointment that made you hesitate. You've been conditioned to expect letdowns, but I'm teaching you to expect fulfillment. What once scared you now fuels you. You're no longer afraid to walk alone because now you know you were never alone. I was with you in the silent battles. I was standing behind you when no one clapped. I didn't light this path so you could question your worth. I lit it so you'd walk into the evidence of everything I've promised. I'm about to restore every area of your life that felt delayed, denied, or diminished. Restoration won't be partial, it will be overwhelming. This is not about replacing what was lost. It's about exceeding what was expected. I'm not just giving you back time, I'm redeeming it with acceleration. I'm not just healing your heart, I'm giving you territory to reign. What they thought broke you actually built the bridge to your breakthrough. Watch how I flip it. This next chapter won't require convincing. It will carry conviction. You won't beg for access when you've been anointed for authority. The doors I'm opening for you won't creak, they'll swing, and you won't have to push. You'll walk in not because of status, but because of assignment. People will wonder how you got there, and the answer will be simple, because God lit the path. I am the reason. I am the access. I am the author and the finisher of what you're now living. Let this be the moment you bury doubt. Let this be the hour your spirit settles into truth. You don't need everyone to understand. You only need to obey. There's power in a made-up mind. And right now your spirit is aligning with my movement. You're not guessing, you're grounded. You're not hoping, you're hearing. And what you're hearing is this. It's time. Time to move, time to claim, time to walk fully in the light I've released over you. I'm lifting the weight of needing to know everything. You don't need a 10-year plan when I've given you a present tense instruction. I don't require your understanding, just your yes. And when you give it, I'll back it. I always do. That's why you've never truly lost. Even in your failures, I was weaving victory into your story. You thought the detours disqualified you, but I was using them to deepen your discernment. Now, the clarity you carry comes with confidence you didn't have before. So let the light blaze. Let every part of your soul agree with heaven. I am not just showing you what's next. I'm forming who you are becoming in the process. This path is not just about the destination. It's about the dominion you gain by walking it with me. Every step you take confirms this truth. I chose you, I lit the way, and I will finish what I started. You've carried a mantle you didn't ask for, a weight few could see but heaven never lost track of. I entrusted it to you because I knew what was inside you, even when you didn't. Chosen one, I did not call you based on your confidence. I called you based on covenant. That's why the pressure has been unique, why the path has been narrow, why the silence felt deafening. But all of it served a purpose. It taught you how to hear me in the absence of noise. It taught you how to stand when there was no applause. And now, that training becomes your authority. This season marks a transition from internal to visible. What I cultivated in secret is about to become impossible to ignore. No more hiding, no more holding back, no more second-guessing what you already know. The light I've released over your path will expose what's yours and expose what's not. You will no longer be drained by connections that don't carry your frequency. You won't be confused by invitations that come dressed as opportunities, but carry no anointing. I am giving you X-ray discernment. You will see through every counterfeit before it can attach. Do not mourn what's leaving as I light this path. Everything that's exiting now was never meant to walk where I'm taking you. This is not a season of loss, it's a season of pruning. And what feels like subtraction is actually divine subtraction for supernatural multiplication. I am simplifying your life so I can amplify my voice. You won't have to strive for clarity. It will be obvious. What once required fasting and wrestling will now come in a whisper and a knowing. This is what happens when the chosen one walks in alignment. People will call it luck. They'll say you came out of nowhere. But you'll know the truth, you came from obedience. They didn't see the years of silence, the nights you almost gave up, the moments you chose me over what made sense. But I saw. I recorded every sacrifice. And now, I reward you openly. Not to boast in you, but to boast through you. I am not just blessing you to bless you. I am making a statement that says, this is what I do for those who wait, trust, and obey. Your influence is about to multiply without effort. What used to require promotion will now grow from presence. My glory on your life will do the work. You won't need to explain yourself. You'll just walk in, and the atmosphere will shift. Favor will find you before you speak. Resources will locate you without you chasing them. The path I light is not just a direction, it's a magnet. It draws what belongs to you and repels what doesn't. You are about to live in the flow of divine precision. Even your physical environment will start to shift. The things around you will begin to respond to the change in you. What once felt stagnant will feel electric. Your home, your work, your circles, everything will feel like it's adjusting to your new alignment. That's not your imagination. That's me. I'm reordering your world to match the revelation you now carry. Heaven isn't just speaking over you, it's moving through you. And the light I've placed on your path is transforming everything in its radius. You're not walking toward breakthrough, you're walking in it. Every step forward from this point on is happening under an open heaven. No more striving to be seen, to be validated, to be heard. I see you, I've validated you, I'm the one speaking through you. You'll notice the shift when you no longer fear rejection. That's how you'll know the healing has rooted. And when healing roots, destiny rises. You're no longer reacting, you're leading. Let every doubt die in this light. Let every lie lose its grip. The light I've placed before you doesn't just expose, it empowers. You are moving from revelation to realization, from wondering when to walking in now. The wait is over, the path is lit. And you, chosen one, are exactly where I've always planned for you to be. The enemy's greatest mistake was letting you survive. What was supposed to break you has only awakened you. And now that you truly see, you cannot unsee. You cannot unknow what I've revealed. You can't go back to pretending you're average. You've tasted too much of my glory to return to begging for scraps. This isn't a confidence boost, it's a kingdom reality. You've crossed a threshold. And what worked before, the excuses, the distractions, the old patterns, none of that fits where I'm taking you. Your identity has shifted. You are not the same version of yourself that walked through the fire. You emerged with eyes that discern, with hands that heal, and with a voice that carries weight. I've activated your anointing not for performance but for power. When you speak now, your words will cut through confusion. When you move now, your steps will leave evidence. This is not just a change in season, it's a change in stature. You're walking taller, not because of ego, but because of encounter. You've met me in the dark, and now you walk in the light. Do not apologize for the intensity of your obedience. People may not understand it, and that's okay. They weren't called to carry what you carry. Let them question. Let them watch. But you, chosen one, must move with the urgency of heaven. Delayed obedience is no longer an option. You don't need confirmation from people when you have conviction from me. I didn't light this path for popularity. I lit it for purpose. And the ones I've assigned to walk with you will find you in the light. There will be favor in unexpected places. Provision will come from unlikely sources. I'm not limited by what makes sense. I move through what I ordain. And when I ordain a path, I ensure every step is resourced. Your only job is to obey. Provision follows movement. When you take the step, heaven releases the supply. You've waited long enough. You've planned long enough. Now it's time to walk into what I've already finished. This path won't be quiet for long. The evidence of my hand will become too loud to ignore. Doors you forgot about will reopen. Relationships you thought were dormant will realign. Assignments you laid down in exhaustion will suddenly ignite with fresh fire. This isn't you forcing it. This is me fulfilling it. And you're going to feel the difference between striving and flowing. Flow is your new rhythm. Faith is your new reflex. The path ahead will require trust, not understanding. If you demand to see every detail, you'll miss what I'm doing. But if you trust that I go before you, you'll see miracles unfold at every turn. This isn't a guessing game. It's a divine journey. I'm not calling you to survive the journey. I'm calling you to shift atmospheres as you walk. The light I've given you isn't just for guidance, it's for governance. You are ruling from a place of revelation now. Authority is resting on you, even when you feel unqualified. The oil I've poured on your life is not based on your perfection. It's based on my promise. I don't anoint the flawless, I anoint the faithful. And you, chosen one, have been faithful, even when no one saw, even when you questioned me, even when you felt like quitting. That's why I'm releasing the fulfillment now. It's not a reward, it's a result. So rise. Walk in the light without hesitation. Take the steps that scare you. Speak the words that burn in your chest. Move forward knowing this. I've already gone before you, cleared the way, and declared you ready. This is your moment. This is your movement. And I am the one who lights the path. This is not just your next chapter. This is your activation. You're no longer waiting for a sign. You are the sign. You are the living evidence that I still speak, still move, still raise up the unlikely and anoint the overlooked. Chosen one, you've been through enough fire to know what's real. You've seen what religion couldn't explain, what logic couldn't sustain. And now I'm trusting you with something most people couldn't carry, influence rooted in intimacy. This isn't about elevation for applause. It's about authority for impact. You're about to walk into environments that were not built for you, but will bow to the oil on you. Don't be surprised when you're invited into rooms you didn't apply for. Don't shrink when you're offered access without explanation. I'm positioning you in places that need what you carry. You're not walking into these opportunities for status. You're walking in as an answer. I've assigned you to dismantle confusion and establish clarity. That's why your path is lit. It's not just to guide, it's to illuminate everything around you. Everything that once intimidated you will now feel small in comparison to the revelation you carry. You're no longer moved by resistance. You recognize it as a signal. You're not afraid of warfare. You're trained for it. You don't need a crowd to feel chosen. You know the light within you came from my throne, not man's approval. You are about to live a life that others only preach about. Not because you're better, but because you're obedient. And in this hour, obedience is the only qualification I'm looking for. You're not behind schedule. You're ahead in alignment. You're not late. You're right on time for a divine collision. What's coming toward you now has been circling in the spirit for years, waiting for this moment of readiness. And now that you've stepped into the light, it's finding you without force. Favor, resources, relationships, clarity, it's all responding to your yes. You didn't miss it, you've been prepared for it. And this time, you won't just receive it, you'll sustain it. Let's solidify this shift. Like this video if your spirit is resonating. Subscribe so this prophetic flow stays connected to your journey. Drop 55 in the comments to seal this alignment in covenant faith. I am not lighting this path to tease you. I'm lighting it to deliver you. You've been faithful in the dark. You've worshipped through the silence. You've remained when others walked away. And now I reward that kind of devotion. You're about to experience joy that doesn't come from circumstance, peace that defies logic, and breakthroughs that silence your critics. I'm not just changing your situation, I'm changing your sound. The cry of desperation is becoming a roar of dominion. What felt delayed is now feeling divine. You can't explain it, but you can feel it. That's me. I'm orchestrating moments, sending signals, aligning details. I'm redeeming time and removing obstacles. I'm lighting up places in your spirit that you didn't even know needed healing. This isn't just forward motion. It's complete transformation. You're not going back to the old version of you. That version doesn't fit this light. People who once ignored you will circle back confused. Let them. They're not returning to who you were. They're encountering who you've become. You don't owe them explanations. You owe me obedience. Let me handle the exposure. Let me deal with the vindication. Your only assignment now is to walk in what I've already released. And as you walk, the light will stretch further than you ever imagined. So walk, chosen one. Walk like it's already yours. Walk like heaven is backing you because it is. Walk like angels are clearing the path because they are. Walk like every step is divine strategy because I've ordered it. The time of doubt is over. The time of delay is over. This is the moment where purpose and clarity collide. This is what it looks like when heaven lights your path. Chosen one, this is your turning point. You are not returning to who you were before this light came. Everything has changed, not because of hype, but because of heaven. I am marking this moment as the start of a new rhythm, a new mantle, a new mindset. From now on, you will no longer pray from survival. You will declare from authority. The tears you once cried in the dark have become oil in the spirit. What once confused you now fuels you. What once crushed you now confirms you. You are walking with clarity that doesn't require validation. Your yes has echoed in realms you haven't even stepped into yet. I've already positioned angels ahead of you, not to block battles, but to guarantee victory. You're not being protected from resistance, you're being preserved for revelation. You carry a voice that will cut through deception, a presence that will command attention, and a light that will disrupt darkness. This is the evidence of my glory resting on your life. You are not waiting for change, you are walking in it. And everywhere your feet tread will confirm what I've already declared. You are no longer one who waits for signs, you are one who becomes a sign. When people ask what alignment looks like, I'll point to you. When they wonder what divine timing feels like, I'll reference your name. Not because you were perfect, but because you obeyed when it was costly. You stayed planted when it hurt. You trusted when it made no sense. And now, what once felt far away is your daily reality. What once required faith now requires follow-through. This is it, chosen one. The light has come, the path is yours, and I, the Lord your God, am walking it with you, step for step, breath for breath, glory to glory.